Earlier this year, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released on their website that 1 in 88 children will be diagnosed with autism. That's a 78% increase since 2002. Autism is a complex developmental disability that causes problems with communication and social interaction. My son is one of the children who is plagued with autism. This is my son, Maddox. He's 7 years old, and he has high-functioning autism. He was diagnosed in 2005 at the age of 18 months. It was at that time when I realized how limited resources were for children who have autism. We went through extensive developmental treatment to find out that he was diagnosed on the spectrum. At that point, I realized that it was going to be a long road. We were handed a stack of pamphlets and sent on our way. I had no idea where to go from there, so I went home and started searching the internet. The only thing that the doctor's office did was set up further treatment for us to get his eyes and ears checked, but nothing as far as the autism was concerned. For the most part, we were on our own. Over the past 7 years, I spent countless hours researching, speaking to doctors, talking to other parents, trying to find treatment options and the right direction to point my son in. I came to the conclusion how little resources were offered and how hard it was going to be to get Maddox the help he needed. Early intervention is what I found to be most helpful when it comes to Maddox's autism. I found out a lot about ABA, otherwise known as Applied Behavioral Analysis. This focuses on the principles of how children learn and focuses on positive reinforcement to help the children want to learn. The biggest problem we had with getting Maddox ABA is, unfortunately, insurance companies do not consider autism treatable, so they won't cover his ABA. So I had to go out on my own and start my own foundation for Maddox, and we did a lot of fundraising and raised the money so we could pay for it out of pocket. This was a huge burden on our family, but as most parents, you do what you need to do to get your child the help they need. Maybe you're asking yourself, where's the government in all this? Well, me too. I asked myself the same thing. There's very little government-run programs set up right now to help parents and families affected with autism. Most of the help you're going to find is from other families who have set up treatment and different programs because they too are trying to help their children with autism. The best places I found to find information were parent support groups, word of mouth, people telling me who they used, and then I would go and use their people. Past experience has shown that autism is hit or miss. So you just kind of have to go and try different options, but the resources are just so limited. In the next few decades, our society is going to have to adapt to the number of people with autism in our society, which is going to be a large number unless we find a cure before then. In conclusion, little resources are a big struggle for families living with autism, and more needs to be done so we can get these children the help they need. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for listening.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.